Hi everyone, my name's Jo and welcome to my first knitting podcast. I've been debating starting this for a while, been watching loads of other people's knitting vlogs and absolutely love them, so I thought I'd give it a go myself. The aim is just to find fellow knitters, have some conversations, find out what you're all knitting, find some like online friends who also love knitting really, build a little community, so that hopefully that is the result of doing these podcasts. So I'm going to follow the same kind of format as your normal knitting vlog. I'm going to talk about what I'm wearing. I am going to show you what I'm currently working on, any yarn acquisitions I make. So I'm going to try and do one every 2 weeks. So enough chit chat, let's jump straight in and I will show you what I am wearing. So this is the Sonja Sweater by Petite Knits, and I've knit this in 2 yarns held together. So the first yarn I used was Comfort Baby DK, which is an acrylic yarn, and that was in a cream colour. And I also bought some beautiful yarn from Botanical Knits, I think they're called, online, and it was like a cream fleck. It was based on, I think, the King Charles Rose, and it was absolutely stunning, but unfortunately it just didn't suit me. But I love how this feels together. It's really nice. So what I thought I'd do is try dyeing it. So I bought some dye. I bought a violet dye and a turquoise dye, and I just sponged it in and it worked really well. It hasn't took as much to the acrylic, which I didn't think it would catch at all onto the acrylic, but it did. So the Botanical yarn was a Suri alpaca, which is like a really soft, it's softer than mohair. It's like a mixture of silk and alpaca, really soft and just really luxurious. And then the Comfort Baby DK is just like an acrylic mix. I'll put details below, but yeah, it turned out really lovely. I'll try and get some b-roll. I can stand up here, but you're not going to really see very much. There you go, so you can kind of see. It's just a really nice drop shoulder with a folded collar. I did have to put some elastic in here because it was very gapey, so I just threaded some thin elastic through and that works really well. But yeah, lovely. It's got twisted rib on the ribbing. Yeah, twisted rib, half twisted rib, sorry. And then I just did a normal cast off on the bottom. But yeah, really love this. This is something that I just put on all the time. I've got this on at the minute with like nothing, no t-shirt underneath, and it is so soft and it's just lovely, warm, soft. And even with the acrylic, it just works really well as a yarn combination. Because of the wool, obviously I can't put it in the wash, but yeah, definitely knit something using this combination again. I'm really sorry if I keep looking over here and looking over here. I'm trying to remember that the camera is there. So please forgive me, this is my first vlog. Hopefully I'll get a little bit more professional as we go on. But yes, Sonja Sweater by Petite Knit. Love the pattern. I've made it twice now. I've made it in acrylic yarn as well. Probably one of the first garments I knit. Don't like that as much, it doesn't fit me quite as well. I will go and get that and show you actually. Okay, so this is the first version of the Sonja Sweater that I knit. It's in this lovely beige kind of mould chunky wool. It's called Stylecraft Fusion Chunky. It is, I think it's 100% acrylic. And I used to crochet a lot and I used to love using acrylic wool. It's really cheap, cheerful. You can just shove it in the washing machine, which is great. So I do use this jumper is like what I'd call my cleaning jumper, like if I'm around the house I need to put something on. But now I've started knitting with more woolly wools made out of like natural fibres. I find this feels really plasticky, so I think I've become a little bit of a yarn snob. But yeah, so I do still wear this, but whenever I wear it now it just feels really plasticky. But yeah, this was probably one of the first things I knit after I started getting back into garment knitting. I used to be more of a crocheter. I used to knit when I was younger. I used to knit baby clothes for my kids when they were little. But yeah, this was probably the first garment I made, probably in about 10 years for myself. So really good to practice on some cheaper yarn. Definitely like the pattern, so I made it again in this. Yeah, so that's what I'm wearing, and I'm now going to move on to my current whips, and there are quite a few because I get very bored working on one project at a time and I love casting on new things. So I'm going to show you what I am currently working on. Okay, so first whip is a pair of socks. These are a really basic vanilla sock. I've just kind of knit a few vanilla sock and I just kind of worked out how to do them. So I've done this with like a little frilly edge by just doing some knitting all the way around, and then I've done a 2x2 rib on the top, and then this yarn is by Wildflower Yarns. I can't remember what this one's called. I think it's something with unicorn in the title, but it's absolutely beautiful. It knits like rainbows, really, really lovely. And then you could choose whether you had blue, pink, orange, yellow as the main colour, and then it's got all these rainbows. And then these were part of a mini skein set in pastel colours as well. I'll find out what they were called because you can still buy them on Etsy, and this is beautifully soft. It's like a merino and nylon sock blend. Yep, so I'm knitting that with Magic Loop, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Love that yarn. This is what it looks like in the yarn. Isn't that lovely? I have made one of them already. Let me show you that, and then I'll tell you about this bag as well, because this is a lovely bag. So I've made this one already. It doesn't quite fit on the sock block, but I decided with this vanilla sock to do a slightly different pattern on the heel. I think it looks really cute. So that's it finished. It's got a contrast ribbon at the top, heel and toe. Just really basic vanilla sock pattern, kind of off the top of my head based on other ones that I've done. Okay, it's so soft and lovely. So that's that. I'll show you what it looks like off the thing. Really, really nice. See how the stripes changed a little bit there, but I quite like that. Okay, so that is my vanilla sock using Wildflower sock yarn. Just to talk about this bag as well, I went to the Stafford wool gathering, which was gorgeous, and there's this lovely lady there. I can't remember what she's called. I can probably find out and put it underneath. But she had these gorgeous project bags, and all the money from these was going to Gaza for the stuff that's going on over there at the moment. So I couldn't resist, and it's got a little zip pocket inside. So when I went on holiday and I took my socks in this. And it's really good because I could put all my pins and my needles and scissors and stuff in that little zip pocket. Isn't that lovely? Just a lovely little watermelon bag. So that's for, that was from the Stafford wool gathering. I will post the lady who sold it below. Second whip, what have we got next? Okay, I'll go on to this one next. So I've got 2 pairs of socks on my needles at the moment. A jumper for me and a jumper for my daughter as well. So this is my daughter's jumper. This is made in Petite Knit, using Petite Knit Monday sweater pattern, and it's made in Drops Sky, which is a lovely, like, I think it's like a chain construction yarn or something. It's really, really soft, really, really nice. And this is, I love this, I'm so jealous. I wish I'd have made this for myself. This is her Monday sweater. So it's absolutely stunning on the top. I love this construction. It's like a raglan. You knit it from the collar. It's a folded collar. It's like just fluffy and soft and beautiful. It will probably pill like nobody's business, but hey ho. She absolutely loves it. I'm on the sleeve island and it's stressing me out because I want to get finished, and she keeps saying she needs more jumpers. So I'm at the point where I'm nearly doing the ribbon on the bottom. And then I've got another sleeve to do. Everything else is finished. The ribbon is done on the bottom, but it's a really lovely pattern. This yarn's gorgeous as well. It's got a lovely like marl to it as well. She looks so cute in it. I'll insert a picture of her wearing it so you can see, but yeah, it's beautiful. I can't remember what size I made, but I think I made one of the smaller size because she's only a little dot. So loving that pattern, really nice to make. It just does get a little bit boring towards the end when you're just knitting sleeves, but yeah, really recommend the yarn as well. I have made a jumper in this yarn before. I've made the Cloud Sweater by Petite Knit. You can see there's a theme. I like Petite Knit patterns. I've made the Cloud Sweater in a mixture of this yarn and the drops mohair, alpaca, what's it called, silk, kid silk mohair in like an aqua colour. I could probably show you that as well. Let me show it you. Okay, so this is the other jumper I made using that Drop Sky. I want to say it's Drop Sky, but I always get mixed up with Drops Air. This has stretched. I don't wear this very often. It is lovely and soft, but I find mohair a bit itchy. So even though it feels soft, as soon as I wear it, I start itching. So that is the cloud sweater, and that was using like an aqua and a mint colour, I think. I'll put it either on the screen or in the description box, so yeah. But yeah, so that's my daughter's Monday sweater. Yeah, Monday sweater. So that's the next work in progress I've got. Hopefully that will be finished in the next 2 weeks so she can wear it, because it is November nearly and it's getting very cold. Next whip, we're going to do another sock. So this is another vanilla sock, but I've kind of made it a little bit special. So this is going to be one of my daughter's Christmas presents. This sock is made using some Iciger sock yarn in this lovely dusty pink and this kind of yellow, which she picked when we went to Oxford and we went to the Oxford yarn store. She picked these two colours out. She really liked how they look together. And then I needed a bit more kind of variation because I wanted to do a colour work sock for her, so I bought these two, which are I've just realised I'm recording this on the front camera, so this is all probably going to be backwards, hopefully not. West Yorkshire Spinners Signature 4-ply, which is really nice. Out of the two, I do prefer the Iciger one. It just seems a little bit thicker, but yeah, both really, really lovely sock yarns. So let me show you the one I'm working on. I've done one and I'm on the second one. I take that out. It's getting tangled in all the wool. Oh, okay, so this is a vanilla sock that I had to do, I think, 72 stitches because it had to be divisible by 12 to get these lovely little cats on. How cute are they? I kind of designed this myself using Doodle Knits book by Pacific Knits. Let me show you that as well. That should really be more organised, but never mind. So this is the Doodle Knit Directory. Yes, it is back to front. I'm going to have to flip this, aren't I? If it's not back to front, it's because I've worked out how to flip it. So this is the Doodle Knit Directory, and it's really cute, and it just has loads of different kind of charts, and it tells you they're all different themed ones. My mum's bought me a little pack of, they do these little packs of cards as well, like literally like playing cards that have like different themed doodle charts on them, knitting charts on them. So I used that book, found a few, and I made a picture in Stitch Fiddle with all of the patterns that I wanted to use and the colours. I'll try and insert a picture of that as well. So this is the finished one. How cute is that? I'm so proud of it. And this is blocked as well, so you can see it makes a massive difference. So it's got a cat picture on. It's got some little flowers, got a little bit of a zigzag. And these are supposed to be mushrooms. They don't look like mushrooms. They look more like little houses, I think, but they're still really cute. And then I did a heel, toe and cuff in this lovely orange colour. And I think they look really cute. But yeah, so those will be part of her Christmas present, and this is washed really nice and soft. They are a bit on the big side, but I think that she'd probably wear them kind of like at night time over socks if she was cold anyway, or under like boots, things like that. So there for my daughter. You see, I seem to be knitting a lot for my daughter. So that's that. One more whip is, this is like, brings me such joy. So I really wanted to do a colour work jumper for myself, kind of to wear around Christmas. So it's not Christmas themed as such, but it has got a kind of, it leans a little Christmas, leans a little to the Christmas. And this is the Petite Knit. Oh my gosh, I need to get knitting some things that aren't by Petite Knit. I have knit things that are not by Petite Knit, but just I must be on some sort of petite knit journey at the moment. So this is my Celeste jumper. This is my first colourwork jumper that I've ever made. I have blocked this midway through knitting it because I wanted to check how long it went. And I used for this is beautiful if you've never heard of this. This is West Yorkshire Spinners Morris DK, and it is 50% Blueface Leicester, 25% Masham and 25% Blueface Kerry Hill. And it is, I think, such a lovely wool because it's woolly, a little bit rustic, but when you wash it, it's really soft and warm. So this is at the point where it has I've fully completed the body with the ribbon, and I have fully completed one sleeve. You can see that the sleeve's not been blocked. You can see the difference that the blocking makes. The body's been blocked and the sleeve hasn't, so it kind of really does kind of smooth out when it's blocked. Yeah, so really enjoyed knitting this pattern. The wool is beautiful to use. It's not too complicated, the pattern either, because it's never more than 2 colours on a row. And it's very easy to remember. So like, it's like knit one colour, knit one of the other colour, or knit 2 of one colour, knit 1 of the other colour. Really easy to remember. So yeah, really love this pattern. It's so close to being done. I will try it on to show you so you can see, and insert some footage there of me trying it on. The collar is like quite high up, but I am going to sew it down because I just prefer, I don't really like having things on my neck. It does look lovely, and I did do it shorter than it was supposed to be done as well, but I am going to sew it down. I'm not sure whether to sew it down to the outside because I think that would look quite nice, or to sew it under. But yeah, so that's what the plan is for this. I might try wearing it a couple of times with the neck up high and see how I feel about it, but I'm not really a fan of having things around my neck. Yeah, so that is the Celeste Sweater by Petite Knit, knit in West Yorkshire Spinners Morris yarn. So it's got like a green, a beige, a terracotta, like a kind of like a cherry red, and this gorgeous kind of dusty pinky terracotta as well. Really, really lovely. That's what, let me show you the back. That's what the back looks like. That's the only thing I've heard other people say this about this pattern as well. But the colour work goes down the back. I mean, where else would you put it? You could probably put it down the side, but yeah, it doesn't line up fully. It's not too bad. No one's going to be looking at that, are they? But yeah, so that's a Celeste Sweater. Absolutely love it. Love knitting it. I'm on Sleeve Island again with this one. This sleeve just seemed to go on forever. Only problem I had with it was I did my ribbon. Usually I'm okay with just kind of, I just cast off normally in knit pearl, but use a bigger needle, and it went over fine, but it was just a tiny bit tight, like it was sucking in a little bit, and I didn't want it to. I wanted it stretchier. And the lady who wrote the pattern suggests Italian bind off, and I've never done it before. I looked on the internet, I was like, I can't be doing this, it's too long. So I found another stretchy bind off where you just use a needle, you purl through 2 stitches and then knit through 1 and slip it off the needle. So it's only 2 kind of stitches for each bind off stitch, and it's really stretchy. It probably doesn't look as pretty as the Italian bind off, but it's not bad. So yeah, you can see where I've blocked the material and it's not been blocked here, so that will kind of even out when it's blocked. But it's really, really lovely and warm, and I think I did a pretty good job of catching my, I didn't really need to catch my floats, but I'm going to show you the inside because I know if you like knitting, people will be interested to see. So that's what the inside looks like. So see, there's not many long floats. The longest float is probably here, maybe 3 or 4 stitches between. So really kind of neat and tidy. And then I have actually sewn all these ends in, but I've just kind of tied them off until I've properly washed and blocked it so I can chop them off. So yeah, hopefully in the next video, if I do another one, which I hope to do in 2 weeks time, I will have finished this completely and I will be able to wear it and show you it completed and fully blocked. So that is that jumper. So that's all my whips. I kind of raced through those. I've got some purchases to show you as well. I'll get them now. Okay, so yarn purchases then. So as I said before, I went to the Stafford knitting show, which was lovely. If anything, it was kind of overwhelming. There was so much choice. I knew that I was going to come home and regret not buying more things. But hey, that's how it goes. I got home, I regretted not buying more things. But I did get some beautiful things. So first things first, I got this luxury hand-dyed yarn from Coastal Colours, superfine merino. So this is 60% superfine merino, 20% cashmere and 20% rose. Who knew? In this lovely kind of lilac and pale green and a bit of pink in there as well, and it is so soft. And this is 50 grams, and the reason I bought this is that I want to knit my mum some fingerless mittens. This was £12, but at the show it was £10, so it's definitely enough to do them as well. The man who worked there was really lovely and showed me some pictures of some mittens he'd made. Just some little fingerless with a thumb hole, little short mittens. But this is so soft. It's beautiful and the colours are lovely, and it's just like my mum. If my mum was a yarn, she would be these colours. That's a random thing to say. But yeah, this brand, I assume they're based near the coast. This is 4-ply and it's 200 metres, so enough to do a pair of short mittens. And yeah, really love that. We should have bought more from here. I am sure I will do in the not so distant future. The mittens that I'm thinking of making, I've forgotten what they're called. Let me have a look. So I've just checked. That's the problem with filming on your phone. You have to kind of like stop filming to be able to check things on your phone. Chantal mittens there. I saw another vlog by a lady who, I think she was in America, and she's just done a first vlog, and it kind of made me think, I'm just going to do a first vlog. Anyway, she's had these mittens and it was exactly what I was looking for. So like a really basic pair of mittens. So yeah, that's what I'm going to make using that Coastal Colours yarn for my mum for Christmas. I did ask before I went to the show, my mum and sister, I says, do you want anything for Christmas? And my sister requested a pair of socks, and I asked what colours and she said anything pretty. So this was from a place called Madrigal yarns, and it's a lovely self-striping sock set. And I spoke to the man who worked there, he was ever so lovely. And basically he says he has the yarn in like all the way around the room to do this. So these weren't the cheapest sock set, but I think a lot of work has gone into them. And I just thought my sister would love these colours. So the stripes are made of like a lemon, a bright yellow, an orange, a purple and kind of like a violet. And then the contrasting yarn is like a lovely rusty warm orange. And I saw these knitted up, and if I can find what they look like knitted up, I will put a picture in as well. This is beautiful and soft. 85% superwash extra fine merino and 15% nylon. And this colour is called Blake, and it is named after the Dynasty character, which I thought was quite nice. So this is, you've got enough to do the heel, the toe and the cuff in the contrast colour, and then this is the striping yarn. The man said you need to use 2.25mm needles. I usually use 2.5, so I'll probably have a check if the stripes work on that. If not, I'll switch to 2.25 so that the stripes work out correctly. But yeah, I thought that was lovely, and I think my sister will like those colours, and hopefully she won't watch this and find out what she's getting. But yeah, I'm just going to do like a basic vanilla sock in that bit. It's so soft, lovely. Next, when I went to the wool shop to pick up the wool that I needed to make my Celeste jumper, I hadn't bought enough. I had needed to buy a few more balls of the green. The lovely lady in there said, if you spend £40 you get 20% off, and I'd spent about, I don't know, £38. So it worked out that if I bought another ball of wool I would get it for free. So I decided to buy some Christmassy sock wool to either make myself or my husband, maybe even my son, some Christmassy socks. This is West Yorkshire Spinners signature 4-ply, and this is called Gingerbread, and isn't it lovely? Like, absolutely love that. So this should, I think it kind of has a pattern on it. I'll post what it looks like when it's knit up. But this is, I've used this yarn before. I've used they do like a birds collection. I've made my sister some Blue Jay socks, which I'll put on as well. Have I made another pair? No, I haven't. And I've made another pair that's more like this, or just like a sock. It hasn't really got a pattern. I can't remember what colour that was. I'll try and put a picture of that as well. But this is just a really good sock yarn. It's 75% wool, 25% nylon. It's on the thinner side, but it's just lovely to work with. It's nice and kind of, it's got a nice little woolly halo. It's quite rough, but it's really, really washes soft. And because this is superwash, you can technically put it in the washing machine. However, oh, is it superwash? No, it's not superwash. Ignore me. What am I talking about? But yeah, I don't tend to wash socks in the washing machine. I just do them in the sink. So that is the Gingerbread West Yorkshire Spinners 4-ply. So I'm going to make some Christmas socks after that, and technically that was a freebie, which is always welcome. More acquisitions. I know, it's bad. I've got a problem. We went to Bath on the way back from a holiday we had in Devon last weekend. Thought we'd just pop into Bath for a little look around, and obviously because there was a yarn store that I'd not been to, went to a shop called A Yarn Story, which was absolutely beautiful. Bought some wool for a jumper for myself, which I haven't got here, in their own brand. I've given that to my mum to give to me for Christmas because I want to make a kind of textured, lovely warm. It's kind of like a mustard golden yellow. So that's for Christmas. And then I couldn't resist some boucle yarn. So this was quite expensive, but I've just bought 2 balls, 100 grams. And the aim for this is to make, I think it's quite a nice colour. It's like a wine, but it's on the verge of brown, like a browny wine colour. This is 100% alpaca, and it's boucle, so it knits up really like fuzzy, like a teddy bear. And this is a 50-gram ball, and the colour, it just says colour 33. But yeah, to make a lovely fluffy warm winter's hat and possibly some mittens. Not sure how far this will go, but we'll see. But yeah, couldn't resist that colour. I love like the autumn colours at the moment. So that's Isaja Boucle. Really, really lovely and soft and fuzzy and everything you want at this time of the year. And last but not least, my main purchase from the Stafford Wool Show, Stafford Knitting Show, was this beautiful, soft, oh, it's just a dream, wool from Bird Street Yarns. Their stall was just stunning, and the lovely lady and man who run this business are just adorable. So I bought these 2 colours. This one is called Bean, and this one is called Latte. Love it. We love a coffee. And my aim for these is to make the t-shirt by Florence Knits, or Knitting by Florence, can't remember what she's called. I've made petal drop socks of hers. I think that's what they're called. I'm useless. I'm absolutely useless at remembering names. I'll put it on the screen. So I've made her pattern of the petal drop socks, and I would like to make a t-shirt that she's got, the stripy t-shirt, and this is the softest, most gorgeous 4-ply yarn. It's 70% baby alpaca, 20% silk and 10% cashmere, and it is just so soft. and hopefully these two colours will look lovely in a stripe. So that's going to be like a t-shirt. It's got like a collar. I'll put a picture of it here. I think the picture she's got of hers is like a grey and a cream. I'm more of a kind of brown autumn kind of person, so I bought these two colours. I think this will be lovely for wearing for work, for wearing with jeans, so I can kind of justify the price. I think they were more than £20. I think they were probably about £26, but a little bit goes a long way. I mean, there's 400 metres in these, which should hopefully be enough with a stripe, 400 metres of each, to do a t-shirt. If I can get a 3/4 length sleeve, fantastic. If not, it's no biggie. And I think this will be just a lovely, I can't wait to cast it on. It's so lovely. Just look at the, like, it's so beautiful. But yeah, so it's got like a lovely sheen to it as well. It looks expensive. So yeah, and it's got cashmere in it, and as I said before, I'm turning into a yarn snob, so you know, cashmere. So yeah, that's it. I did get a few more bits and pieces at the Stafford Yarn Show. I got some needle toppers. I mean, look how cute these are. The only thing I don't like is that you literally have to stick this needle up the poor gingerbread man's bum. It's okay. I don't think it hurts him. Or in the top of his head, if you'd prefer. Either one. Can't be that enjoyable for the poor little man, but yeah. Sorry, I'm just showing you my jumper again. But yeah, I got some needle toppers, I got some stitch holders, and little bits and pieces. And then, as I said, my mum's bought me those doodle cards that go with this book with different doodles, and I think it was the forest one. But yeah, I'm sure if this video goes well, I will have a Christmas haul to show you all the things I've got for Christmas, because basically people have just said, can you buy me this wool for Christmas? Because I'm sad, and that's what I like. No, I'm not sad. I like knitting, I like wool, I'm going to own it. And if you feel the same way as I do, please comment in the box below, tell me what you're knitting, tell me what you liked about this video, give me some feedback if there's anything that I can improve on. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to talking to you in the comments and building a little bit of a community. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm going to say that a third time. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Take care, and I will hopefully be back with another video in 2 weeks. See you later.